Oh, Lamai. When will I learn not to trust Stibbons? He's ruined everything. Oh, such a relief to see a familiar face in this ghastly desert. Particularly today. You helped me get the crown of Anton. Would you consider assisting in my archaeological efforts again? I've encountered something of a setback here. Well, I discovered this fabulous portal in the Aeylied ruins. I sent my assistant through, and it was a mistake. The portal apparently leads to somewhere in the Grotwood, and basically he returned with the Aldmeri army at his heels. Yes, and unfortunately it seems they're now planning a full-scale invasion. Establishing a base, building siege weapons. We need to close the portal, quickly. I discovered an old tome that explains how, if I can find it again. Will you help me? You're a true hero, and I mean that. My camp is beside the ruins. That's where I left the book we need. Get the book, use it to activate the large pillars in the ruins. Then meet me inside the west door to the lower ruins. The portal's down there. I suppose that's a reasonable question. As you might imagine, the elves have locked the main entrance to the portal room. There is a back way, however, through an old prison of some sort. The pillars unlock the door into the prison. Oh, I haven't the foggiest notion what's in the prison. It's been centuries, though. Whatever was down there is surely dead. If not, well, you seem capable enough, and it can't be any worse than the damned elves. My researchers in High Rock gave me the essential background. Solace N was an Aeylied stronghold, built by human slaves in the Merethic era. The elves eventually got what they deserved during the Yokuden colonization of Hammerfell in the First Era. It's quite fascinating, really. It would seem to prove that the Aldmeri and the Aeylieds were still connected further into the Merethic era than we believed. I actually wrote a book on the subject. Well, someone wrote it for me, but who's counting? How kind of you to ask. Let's see. I was in Hrothgar for a while, but Orcish history is such a bore, so I left there and visited some Dwemer ruins in Morrowind. Then I wound up coming here. Stibbons has remained with me, of course, regrettably. Who knows? Who cares? The blathering fool created such a mess here. He's become a liability, especially since the Tomb of Kings. I have a new man assisting me now. He's much more efficient. Not as efficient as you, but you're not for hire. You certainly made short work of those elves. There seem to be few odd skeletons down here. No problem for you, I'm sure. Now, I assume you found the old tome in my camp? Thank you very much. Fortunately, I can translate the ancient Aeylied, and that should tell us how to close the portal. It's through this door right behind me. The problem is that it's locked, but it appears that it's controlled by a switch deeper in the ruins. Would you be a dear and find the switch? Oh, if only I could have someone like you around full-time. If you'll get the switch, that will give me time to study up whatever words I need to speak to close the portal. Once you get it opened, I'll just go on in, so meet me in the portal room. Arrogant elves. They have so much faith in that seal they put on the main door, they don't even have anyone guarding the portal. I'm not complaining, though. Are you ready to do this? All right. You're going to have to protect me, though. The chamber may be clear now, but as soon as I start the ritual, they'll realize it on the other side. They might try to charge through and stop us. All right, let's get this started.
Aldmeri Dominion!
Woohoo! Take that, you damned elves! Oh, wait, I just lost my place.
Split up!
Alusaba. Takio? Takio. Taco? How do you pronounce this? All right, I think I've got it. Mala Alu Takeo. Well, that takes care of that now, doesn't it? I'm actually quite relieved. It would have been so embarrassing to have been responsible for the fall of Alik'r. After I opened the portal, I considered just leaving and denying that I was ever here. I am too. Now. If you would, though, I still would prefer to keep this quiet. I do have a reputation to uphold, you know.